Good morning, everyone. Distinguished guests, fellow organizers, and most importantly, respected head teachers, thank you for giving me the opportunity to be with you today. It's truly an honor to speak to a group of leaders who shape not only the schools, but also the future of this nation. Every day, the decisions you make influence teachers, inspire pupils, and impact countless families. Leadership in education has never been easy, but today it is becoming even more challenging. The topic I chose today, I was seeing, yes, sorry. The topic I chose today is navigating the digital frontier, the role of head teachers in modern pedagogy. Today we will explore how educational leadership is evolving in an increasingly digital world. Before I begin, allow me to introduce myself, to explain why this topic is important to me. With 23 years of experience in higher education, student development, and educational leadership, combined with my experience as a Parents Association chairman, I bridge the gap between schools, families, and future education. I help school leaders create safe, future-ready learning environments that improve teaching, student well-being, and digital readiness and community engagement. Throughout this journey, I have learned one important lesson. Technology alone does not transform education. People do. By the end of this session, you will understand that digital transformation is changing education rapidly. Successful schools will not be those with the latest technology, but schools with leaders who know how to use technology wisely and ethically. Throughout today's session, we will explore how teachers can lead this transformation effectively. We will discuss the changing landscape of education, examine modern pedagogical approaches, explore how artificial intelligence can support teaching and learning, consider the importance of digital citizenship and why cybersecurity is crucial. Before I delve deeper into the topic, let's imagine a scenario. Imagine a child starting a primary 1 this year. By the time the child graduates, many of today's jobs will no longer exist. Artificial intelligence will be part of almost every profession, and technologies we haven't yet imagined will shape everyday life. Yet one question remains unchanged. Are our schools preparing children for the future? So my question to everyone here who are head teachers, who are running a school, are your school preparing the children for the future? This is a fundamental question every head teacher should ask. Education is undergoing a fundamental shift worldwide. Today's classrooms are very different from the many of us experience. We are surrounded by digital technology. Students and teachers have instant access to smartphones, online platforms, and AI applications. We have moved from a traditional classroom teaching to a digital platform. One can search for information instantly, communicate with people across the globe, and increasingly interact with AI in their daily lives. We have moved from teacher-centered to learner-centered. We have moved from memorization to problem-solving during examination, one textbook to unlimited resources, classroom only to anywhere learning. Therefore, our responsibility is no longer simply teaching knowledge. It is preparing learners who can use these technologies. We need systems that adapt to individual learner needs and not one-size-fits-all instruction. We have to prepare our teachers to automate administrative tasks and giving more time for human-centric mentoring. We need to shift our curriculum towards AI literacy and ethical digital citizenship. The question is no longer whether technology should be part of education. It already is. The more important question is, how do we ensure technology enhances learning? How do we empower teachers to use digital tools with confidence? How do we protect our pupils and data while helping them become responsible digital citizens? Answers to all that questions starts with, do anybody know? Digital leadership. Leadership has become increasingly complex. As head teachers, your role has evolved significantly. Years ago, leadership focused mainly on administration, discipline, ensuring the smooth running of your school. While those qualities are still important, today's educational leaders are expected to be technology champions, change managers, digital leaders, and cybersecurity experts. So what is digital leadership? It is a strategic use of technology, data, and emerging AI to achieve business goals and drive your organizational change. It is just not adopting new software. It involves transforming how an organization works, innovating customer experiences, and cultivating a corporate culture of agility and data-driven decision-making. Real transformation happens when technology supports effective pedagogy and is aligned with the school's vision. One important lesson that we have learned over the years is buying technology does not automatically improve education. Technology is changing faster than ever before. The question is no longer whether schools should embrace digital learning, but how school leaders can guide that transformation effectively. I would like to take a minute or so to understand what is the biggest digital challenge in your school. Is there any volunteers who would like to share? Right, if there is not, I will just carry on. When we hear digital transformation, many people immediately think about buying new devices, introducing new software, or investing in artificial intelligence. But I would argue that digital transformation is not about having technology. It is about using technology with her purpose. How technology, AI particularly, helps a school. A mature school uses technology deliberately, not just widely. Successful schools begin with a clear vision for teaching and learning. It provides an ongoing support for teachers. It uses data to improve student outcomes and combine digital citizenship with strong safeguarding. The focus should always be on improving learning, not simply adopting new tools. So what is digital transformation and AI? Artificial intelligence is one of the most significant developments in education. AI can help teachers with multitude of tasks. It can prepare lesson plans in minutes. It creates different learning materials. It can generate assessment questions, translate content, and significantly reduce administrative workload. It can also keep parents updated with a child's progress. In every classroom, we have a diverse learners. Some students grasp concepts quickly, while others need more support. AI-powered tools can provide differentiated activities, immediate feedback, and additional practice tailored to each learner's needs. No doubt, AI is widely used in educational and can do multitude tasks. Please remember, technology supports the professional. It does not replace the professional. Teachers still play a very vital role in ensuring professional judgment in the heart of education. So how does the head teacher lead AI responsibly? We have, how do you maximize pedagogical impact? AI can provide high-frequency feedback, intelligent personalization, universal accessibility, and resource quality. Every 8 teachers should ask the questions that are listed above. Why are we using AI? Are we supporting planning, resource creation, routine communication, and administrative tasks? How does it improve learning? Are we training our teachers? Are we giving them one-time training? Or is it a continuous training package? Is it safe? Is it ethical? Now we will see how head teachers in the UK schools has adopted AI in their learning and teaching platforms. I have listed here a couple of programs or platforms that are being widely used in UK schools. We have Google Workspace or Microsoft 365 for virtual learning. In fact, every school in the UK uses either one of these platforms for virtual distance learning. We use tools like Kahoot or quizzes to transform quizzes into retrievable practice. We have platforms such as ClassChat, which track real-time attendance, behavior logs, and assessment data, tracking pupil progress efficiently and communicating with parents has become highly digitalized in the UK. For early years, we have systems like Tapestry Act as a secure online learning journals where staff collect observations in real time and share them directly with parents. We have parent portals like Class Dojo, which is used for secure messaging, booking parents' evenings, and processing school meal payments or trip payments. Schools are adopting adaptive learning software and exploring AI systems to assist with lesson planning and to reduce teachers' administrative workloads. ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot, and even Google Gemini are used to draft lesson plans, create classroom resources, writing emails, and to develop SAN support plans. We have a simple case study of a UK secondary school, UCL Academy, and we have studied how adoption of artificial intelligence in their school teaching and learning platforms has helped a teacher. In the traditional approach, a teacher had to spend 3 to 5 hours per week on routine lesson planning. You need to search for resources across multiple platforms just to set an assessment paper. He has to do compile a manual assessment for students with varying learning abilities. There is a large amount of significant administrative workload on the teachers. However, with the adoption of AI, 3 to 4 hours saved per teacher per week. There is a high-quality curriculum, aligned resources generated in schools. Instant differentiated activities are being produced for SEN students, and the focus of the teachers are now shifted to face-to-face teaching and mentoring. So AI adoption, digital transformation is certainly and definitely working in the UK schools. In our next few slides, I would like to show you, in fact, how digital transformation is helping from a student perspective. Rather than doing a case study, I thought it will be beneficial for me to invite a student from the UCL Academy to give you a student perspective of how digital transformation, AI adoption in the learning has helped a student's education journey. And I would like to invite Dinesh, a student from the UCL Academy, to come and show you and demonstrate the online platforms. This, go down.
Wait, what? Go down is what?
Go down is next.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and respected head teachers. My name is Dinesh, and I'm a student at UCL Academy. I am grateful to be speaking in front of you today and share a student's perspective on how digital transformation has and can help my education journey. Technology is no longer just an extra tool. It is part of how we learn every single day. Digital transformation has changed the way I study, complete homework, communicate with teachers, and prepare for exams. I want to show you some digital platforms that I used at school. In primary school, I was first introduced to digital platforms such as Accelerated Reader. This is an online library that acts as a reading platform, which allows both my teachers and parents to monitor my reading progress from a very early age. I had access to many different reading books. It helped me choose books at the right level and motivated me to challenge my reading skills. It also meant my parents could track my reading progress without contacting my teachers. Timetable Rockstars is a platform for practicing multiplication and division in a fun and engaging way. Instead of simply memorizing times tables, it felt like playing a game while learning at school. I also used Atom Prime, which made learning much more interactive. One feature I found particularly useful was its AI-powered support. Whenever I struggled with a topic, it explained concepts in a way that was easy for me to understand, allowing me to learn at my own pace and build confidence before asking my teacher for help. Secondary school is no different. Digital learning became even more integrated into everyday education. Homework is set through platforms such as Spark Math and Seneca Learning, which provide personalized practice questions, instant feedback, and revision resources. I had my own login account where all my class homework and assignments will be posted. On this slide, you can see my completed maths homework, marked by the AI system and not the teachers. I can also do independent practice questions and see my progress and achievements across my class, year group, and my school. This gives an indication to my parents of my subject knowledge and my rankings in the school. Seneca is where all other subject teachers will post their homework and assignments. Another platform we use is Class Charts. It allows teachers to record attendance, behavior, homework, and achievements. This platform is my parents' favorite, as they can see how I am doing on a daily basis, rather than waiting for termly meetings. Knowing that my parents receive updates certainly encourages me to behave responsibly. It creates a stronger partnerships between students, teachers, and parents. At UCL Academy, we also use Google Workspace extensively. This has transformed the way we study. Teachers can easily share daily lessons, materials, assignments, and resources through Google Classroom and shared folders. We can submit work online and email teachers whenever we need support. It means learning doesn't stop when the school day ends. We can continue learning from anywhere. From my perspective as a student, these digital platforms have made education more flexible, more personalized, and more engaging. It allows me to learn at my own pace, receive instant feedback, and access learning resources whenever we need them. It also prepares us with the digital skills that will be essential for university and future careers. Thank you for your time and listening to me.
Thank you, Dinesh. I hope you had a good understanding of the digital platforms in the UK schools and how they have helped a student in their educational journey. Technology is going to evolve. New digital tools are going to emerge. Artificial intelligence will become more capable, but one thing is going to remain constant: the importance of visionary leadership. Great schools are not built by technology alone. They are built by leaders who inspire the teachers, empower the learners, and create environments where innovation and excellence flourish. Therefore, I strongly recommend my 5P model of digital transformation. This is a holistic framework for leading school-wide change that I recommend to all schools. Let's go in detail to see what it comprises. The first priority is always teaching and learning. Every digital investment should answer one simple question. Will this help teachers teach better and help students learn better? In many successful UK schools, AI is already reducing teacher workload by helping generate lesson resources, differentiated activities, and personalized feedback. This gives teachers something incredibly valuable, more time to focus on students than administrative workload. Technology should never replace great teaching. It should strengthen great teaching. My second pillar is people. One of the biggest lessons from the UK schools is that successful digital transformation isn't achieved through one-off training. Instead, schools should invest in continuous professional development, peer coaching, digital transformation courses, and protected time for staff to learn together. When teachers are supported, innovation happens naturally. My third pillar is pedagogy. Technology should simplify work, not create more work. Digital systems can streamline attendance, communication with parents, assessment marking, reporting, lesson planning, and administrative work. Instead of teachers entering the same information into multiple systems, a good digital systems can integrate the process and reduce duplication. Every minute saved on administration is another minute that can be invested in teaching and supporting our students. The fourth pillar is protection. Schools today are responsible for safeguarding not only children physically, but also digitally. This means protecting students' data, personal data, and educating students about responsible online behavior, strengthening your cybersecurity, and preparing staff to recognize any online risk. Digital confidence and digital safety must develop together. My last but not least pillar is psychological well-being. Managing workload for the teachers and ensuring a healthy digital life balance is important. When these 5 pillars come together, technology stops being an IT project and becomes a genuine school improvement strategy. In our previous slides, we showed you how UK schools have successfully put these principles into practice and the measurable impact they have achieved for both teachers and students. How do you ensure smooth adoption of AI or digital transformation? You should also hear student voice and allow digital agency. You need to empower pupils to shape their own digital future. How do you do that? It's through consultation, regularly surveying pupils on the use of technology, and AI outside of school, AI literacy, teaching pupils how AI works, its limitation, and how to use it ethically. Digital agency, involving pupils in co-designing the school's digital citizenship and AI guidance. What is the next step that schools or head teachers should do? They should engage the parents or the governors. There should be a clear communication on AI use within the homework and the class. They demonstrate the robust safeguarding policies that are in place. And you should help parents understand the tools the children use in the classroom. Parents need to be informed. How do you involve your governors? You need to have a strategic alignment, how digital fits into the school improvement plan, and regular updates on cyber resilience and data. You should also demonstrate the impact on learning and workload. You can't do digital transformation without talking about cybersecurity. The reality is that cybersecurity and AI are both fundamentally linked together. Cybersecurity is no longer an IT issue. It is a leadership issue. Schools manage large amounts of sensitive personal information. You need a good governance. You need to establish a clear ownership, policies, and incident response arrangements. You need to have a secure access and provide sufficient staff training, and your digital citizenship, teach, respect, critical thinking, online safety, and ethical AI use. The next slide shows the risk management. It's a practical checklist for any head teachers to audit your school's digital and AI readiness. The questions that every school head teacher should ask: is there a clear policy for AI used by staff and pupils? Have all staff completed basic cybersecurity training? Are data privacy impact assessments done for new tools? Is multi-factor authentication active for all staff? Is there an incident response plan for a cyber attack? Do parents know how the school handles their child data? These are important questions that the head teacher should audit check before moving on to digital transformation. As we look to the future, successful digital transformation starts with 3 simple steps: leadership action, staff action, and safeguarding. So, a future-ready schools should always begin with these 3 decisions. School leaders should identify 1 or 2 clear priorities for the term, rather than trying to change everything at one go. That's not going to work. Teachers need time, training, and confidence to use digital tools effectively. The goal is to strengthen professional judgment and improve teaching practice. You can't give the teachers one-time training and expect them to do magic. Schools must ensure robust policies are in place around data, privacy, online safety, and the ethical use of AI. And that is why cybersecurity comes into play. Last but not least, I would like to reflect on what I have made a speech on today. I encourage you to see today's session not simply as another professional development program, but as an opportunity to reflect on your own school's journey. Every school is unique. Every community has different strengths and challenges. There is no single model that fits everyone. However, every school can take meaningful steps towards becoming more future-ready. These are the reflection questions that I would prefer a head teacher to bring home today and think through. Is your school on the journey to a coherent practice? What is the single biggest barrier to digital change in your settings, in your school settings today? Which of the 5 Ps that I introduced needs the most attention this term? Thank you once again for your time and giving me the opportunity to share my commitment to Future Ready School. I look forward to sharing this journey with all of you. If anyone needs to reach me, I'm not too far away in the UK. With a QR code, I'm just next to you. So if you can scan me on your QR code, you will get my contact details, and I can help leaders, head teachers to transforming your school into a future-ready school. Thank you again.
Dr. Jayanthi Manogaran dari University College London. Sebagai tanda penghargaan, majlis mempersilakan yang dihormati Encik Abdul Rahman, Pengerusi Persatuan Guru Besar Malaysia Selangor untuk menyampaikan cenderamata.